Renee joins us up next in Cleveland. Renee, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Thank you so much for taking my call. Recently got married, and we got ourselves into $112,000 of debt. Yes.
Just from the wedding?
Just from the wedding.
Oh, my.
The ring,
Holy cow.
And I wasn't even invited. The party of the century, and we
That
weren't even there, George.
Does that ring look like a disco ball?
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much that, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're here.
So I want to, other than a old college, loan debt of about $40,000, we don't have any other consumer debt. We own 3 properties together. One fully paid off, probably worth about $600 to $700K. The other 2 have mortgages on it, and my husband has about $395 in stocks and bonds.
Oh, okay.
That's
So there's good news here, which is you guys have a pile of money to clean this up. The question is he willing to cash out those stocks and bonds to put you guys in a place financially that will cause you to succeed in this marriage?
That's the million-dollar question. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's okay.
Hey, we're here with you. We've all done stupid stuff with many, many zeros attached. So we were poking fun at you earlier, but we definitely know the weight of what you're facing right now, and we're definitely here to walk with you.
Are those tears because of the arguments you guys have had around this?
Yes.
What has the latest conversations been like when you bring this up and say, "Hey, we're in a big pile of debt. I want to get out of this"?
Well, the other thing is that the day after we returned from our wedding weekend, he lost his job.
Oh.
And he was making over $200K a year.
Okay, okay, Renee.
And how long ago was this?
About a month ago.
Okay.
Are you working at all, Renee?
I am, yes.
What is your income?
I make a fraction of
That's
what
all
he
right.
was making.
So
70K.
That's a great income.
Okay.
What's he doing right now? Is he currently looking for work?
Yes.
Okay. What was he doing?
Yes, he was in the automobile industry.
Okay.
I have a question. Question about these properties. So you mentioned 3 properties, 1 paid off, 2 with mortgages. The one that's paid off, is that your primary residence, or is that?
It is not. It is not. It's just a vacation home.
Okay, so that's the vacation home. So that means the other 2 with mortgages, one of those is your primary residence?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell me the numbers on that, like what the mortgage is worth and what you owe?
Sure. So let me actually pull that up because I've since had, we've had some serious conversations.
Yeah, what I'm getting at is getting rid of at least one of these mortgages, not the primary residence one, and clearing up some money there. And George mentioned the stocks and bonds. If they're non-retirement related, definitely wanting to liquidate those. Okay. So that's what we're getting at.
So the one that we currently live in probably has about $235K on it, worth about maybe $350.
Okay.
The other one with a mortgage is actually in another state, and it has a much higher, it probably has about 200 in equity, 200K in equity, but the mortgage is about $550.
Yeah, and this is what I would do if I were in your shoes. If I woke up in your shoes today, I would get rid of that third property that's got the $200K in equity. Okay. And I would take that money and I would use it to start paying off this I'd for sure knock out the student loan because it's just the student loan and the wedding debt, correct? That's your only debts?
Correct. Yes.
I would knock out that student loan. I'd keep $1,000 aside for any savings in case you don't have baby step 1. And then whatever's left, I'd throw it towards the wedding. And then if there's any debt left, I'd start liquidating some of those stocks.
Okay. Now, thank you for that. I guess because of the location of the third property, we've been probably bringing in about 200K, my apologies, 2K in rental income. That's per month.
The one that's out of state?
Correct. Yeah, just because it's in a Yeah, it's in a good location. The one that's got the 200K. 200K.
Is that your net
equity.
profit? Or is that
maybe?
Because you still got to pay the mortgage on that.
Correct. That's my net profit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. It's good that you're making a profit on it. My concern is that it's out of state. And then my bigger concern is that you called us in tears because of this debt. So at that point, you're really weighing the opportunity cost between the two. Do you want to get out of debt? How quickly can we get out of debt? The other thing that I'm hearing in this call is, and George, correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of feels like we can give you our take on this and we can say, hey, this is what we think you need to do. But your husband being on page with this is the other part. Do you think that if he comes home tonight, or if you guys have this conversation and say, hey, I was talking with some experts, here is the plan that they have advised us to follow, what do you think his response is going to be?
Well, he'll be happy because it's my property.
Oh.
Not his.
So he's like, well, that's your business. Don't try to sell one of mine.
Exactly.
But that worries me because you're married now. It's our properties.
Correct.
And so I want him thinking that way. And if he's not, we have a deeper issue here. But as far as liquidating the stocks and bonds, there is going to be tax implications on the gain. So you want to work with a tax pro on that to make sure that you're going to be able to cover this and understand what's going on there. But as far as this property goes, I don't want to be a long-distance landlord. I mean, this is a lot of work for $20K.
I agree.
And so if this cleans up all of your consumer debt and gives you a pile of money at the end of that, which is your fully funded emergency fund. So this one property puts you in a completely different place financially if you sell it.
Absolutely. And I wanted to ask, just because, I'm always thinking about the baby steps, do you have any other money saved, like just laying around saved up for a rainy day, 3 to 6 months, anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. About $45K.
So here, think about it like this, Renee. If you follow the advice that we've given you, you're still going to be millionaires. You've got this vacation home that's worth $700. You've got your primary real estate that's worth $350. Just right there alone, you're net worth millionaires. All right. And then, I don't know how much is in the stocks and bonds that you have. You may not have to liquidate all of that. But do you see what I'm saying?
About 390.
Oh, come on now. So this is great.
If I'm in your shoes, I am selling that third property and cashing out the stocks and bonds, making sure I can pay the taxes on that. And that's going to put you guys in a completely different place because you can pay off the other mortgage. Now you have zero payments in the world and everything is cash flowing with 100% profit going to you.
Yeah.
With very little stress in your life as newlyweds.
I know, that's right. Suddenly you're wiping those tears and you're rejoicing because you're suddenly ahead of 90% of the people out here. Do you see that?
Yes. Yes.
Now we need him to see it.
Yeah. Hey, send him this call.
I'm going to. I sent him the link and I said, hey, honey, I'm going to be on the Dave Ramsey show, so listen to this, please.
That's good.
So hopefully he did. But I do like that solution. I'll be honest. I've been afraid to let go of that because it is mine. It's the only property that I actually own, and it's been a cash cow for me for a long time. But you're right. When you put it in perspective and say only $20,000 a year, like, forget it.
You make over triple that.
And you can always get another property. That's the thing. The way we're setting you up, you'll be able to, if you want to purchase more real estate, you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to cash flow it. And it's going to be a blessing, not a burden.
And he's going to be back to work in no time, making great money. But right now, this is a great moment for you guys to reset, clean slate. This is we now. How are we going to set ourselves up financially for a successful marriage, for successful wealth building for the future? And this is a way to do it. And it's a good problem to have when you have all this money sitting around in different pockets. Put it to good use and make yourself free.